Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Tuesday morning, the 15th of October. So I know this video is probably going to anger some people, but I'm doing this in good faith. I'm doing this with all the respect that I can muster. It's about researching cases, whether it's true crime cases, missing persons cases, or anything really, doing research. Okay, so I'll spare you the long story and cut it short by saying I was woken up at some ungodly hour this morning by a delivery driver who needed a one-time password. In my stupor at being woken up at some ungodly hour, I went into my emails, which I don't normally do. Right, and I found an email that had been sent recently, and eventually I did find the one-time password with the help of the delivery driver, but like I said, I'm going to keep that one short, it's not relevant. So I found this email and I read it. It's a long email and I want to address it. So I'm going to address it publicly because I think this applies to anybody doing research in true crime, missing persons cases, or research generally. It's a warning. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go. So the footage you're seeing right now is from St Michael's-on-Wyre, where Nicola Bulley walked her dog Willow on the 27th of January 2023, and unfortunately she never came home. Why? Because she fell in a river. It was concluded at the inquest that she'd fallen in the river, suffered from cold water shock, and she died very quickly. They concluded that this horrible event happened at 9:22 a.m. because there was a spike in her heart rate. Okay, but there are still people, loads of people, who can't let it drop, just can't accept that accidents happen, can't accept that on a slippery bank with a dog that's a Springer Spaniel, you know, energetic breed, can't accept that an accident could happen in those circumstances. As someone who walks a Springer Spaniel every day and as someone who falls all the time, I can see exactly how an accident might happen. All right, but people can't accept it. So even though this is about Nicola Bulley, it's again generalizable to any case really. I'm not going to read the whole email because it mentions people who done nothing wrong whatsoever, but unfortunately the research that this person's done has dragged a bunch of people into this rabbit hole. We are very much all Alice's at the moment. All right, so I'm going to read some of it. Wasn't sure who to send this to. Nobody seems to use email anymore. I don't check my emails very often. You know, you're just lucky that I saw this. So you were one of the only legit and respected YouTubers with an actual email address, so I'm sending this to you. All right, well, again, I'm saying this with all the respect in the world. If you saw my videos, you will know that from very early on, I mean very early on in the case, I believed it was a tragic accident and Nicola fell in the river. Why? Because Willow stayed right there. So I've been looking through this new info for a few days and figured I just need to share it with someone just to see what others think. This is what I'm telling you what I think. Seems to be some really disturbing connections to this case that people have missed, as you'll see below, and more worryingly, very disturbing stuff about Tillington, the 11 Facts girl. So Tillington is a friend. She spoke to the media. She's got nothing to do with Nicola Bulley's disappearance, but she's been drawn in. Right, people focused on her, people focused on Nicola's friend Emma, but Okay, so we've got creepy underground right-wing connections to Nicola and Paul. This dark side may even be purposefully muddying the waters. But why though? I've got no idea. Yeah, but really need to find out. But apparently they are very close friends of Paul's, as self-advertised on socials by blah, 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 blah. So propaganda, right-wing power couple. Okay. Even if they were, so what? I have no idea what Paul and Nicola's politics are or were. I have no idea. It's not relevant to Nicola Bulley falling in the river. So, getting to the actual point, I've mainly used ChatGPT. So when I saw that, I thought, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Over the last few weeks, by just typing in more and more stuff, which led me down a proper intriguing rabbit hole, and it's eventually linked a whole bunch of people together. So they've got a cult-type book that insidiously advocates violence, right-wing extremism, annihilation of all governments, total chaos, and more. And guess what? They wrote it and published it, did they? Well, look. I'm not going to say too much because YouTube doesn't like this kind of talk, but I'm more likely to believe that the royal family are reptiles than I am to believe that Nicola Bulley was involved in an organisation that was going to take down the governments of the world. That doesn't seem that likely to me. But ChatGPT, which is an AI service, I'll show it you, don't worry if you've never seen it. It's a great laugh, it's fantastic. So just because AI tells you this, then all right, okay. So you need to get yourself out of this rabbit hole. This is ridiculous. They are close to Southport. So it's now all starting to make me wonder about worrying things bringing up a forest of red flags. So Southport, where that young man murdered some kids. So we're bringing that into it as well. All right, okay. All right, we'd love a fresh set of eyes. Well, here we go. Here we are. Fun fact, even the church Nicola went missing at and remains today is called St. Michael's. They named a whole village after this person. Well, actually, St. Michael's on Wyre, the village church would have been named after St. Michael, not someone who's bringing down the governments or whoever. So copy and paste exactly what you got from GBT, word for word, so you can see for yourself. Well, I'm sorry. Have a look into it. The entire case just gets weirder and weirder every single day. No, it doesn't. The reason why people think it gets weirder is because they won't let it go. And ChatGPT loves a good rabbit hole. And the more you feed it, the more it will give you. Because it's AI, so it's trying to learn from what you research. Okay, hopefully you can share more to see what the public make of it. Well, here I am. There's definitely something odd about this very close friend couple, though. Why were they interfering behind the scenes so much? Hopefully see some vids on YouTube about it all soon and find out more. All right, well, here's the one and only video on this topic, and this is a warning to everyone. So this is ChatGPT, chatgpt.com. It's a great laugh. It depends on what you feed it because it's trying to learn. So this is just a short conversation that I had with ChatGPT. I'm not logged in, as you can see. I don't have an account with them. So this is literally what I've just typed in just before I made this video. So I started with Summer Wells. So Summer Wells being found, Rogersville, Tennessee. As of the last update, Summer Wells, a 5-year-old girl who went missing in Rogersville, Tennessee in June 2021 has not been found, which is correct. The reason why ChatGPT can get that right is because there's a multitude of sources, media sources on the internet that tells you that information. So it draws the information in, and then it tailors it to what it thinks you want. All right, but the first question, it's going to just give you something very generic. The case has garnered significant media attention and ongoing search efforts. For the most current information, please check reliable news sources or official updates from law enforcement. So that's a responsible answer. All right, so we move on now to Sebastian Rogers, who is also missing from Tennessee, but this is Hendersonville. So I'm basically teaching ChatGPT to focus on Tennessee. So what happened to Sebastian Rogers, Hendersonville, Tennessee? Sebastian Rogers, a young boy from Hendersonville, so he doesn't tell you how old he is, because there's less information about Sebastian out there than there is about Summer. But anyhow, went missing in late 2021. No, he didn't. Absolutely not. But it's picked up 2021 because it's got that. So again, it's learning. It's trying to learn what you want to see. So Sebastian Rogers did not go missing in late 2021. He went missing on February 26th of this year. His disappearance led to an extensive search efforts and community involvement. Well, it did, yes. Tragically, he was later found deceased. No, he wasn't. Sebastian Rogers has not been found. He has not been found deceased or alive or otherwise. He's not, which is wrong. This case has raised concerns and discussions about child safety in the area. For the most accurate and updated information, it's best to refer to local news and blah, blah, blah. Well, completely wrong. Totally wrong. The only thing it got right is Hendersonville, Tennessee, because I put it in the question. Next one. What happened to Jay Slater? Now, Jay Slater is the young man who went missing and then was found. He went missing in Tenerife, his first foreign holiday. He's from the UK, went to Tenerife for the weekend, partying. He went missing and he was later found down a ravine. So he fell down a ravine. All right. What happened to Jay Slater? Jay Slater, a young man from Tennessee? No, it's from Oswaldtwistle in Lancashire in the UK. But the reason why it's given me Tennessee is because it thinks I want to talk about Tennessee. Do you see what it does? Was reported missing in 2021. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He's focusing on 2021 because in its first comment, its first answer, it actually got reliable information in June 2021. So now it's teamed whatever I ask it about Tennessee with 2021. His case drew significant attention and search efforts were undertaken. Sadly, he was later found deceased. Well, he was, but not in Tennessee. The circumstances surrounding his death raised various questions and led to discussions in the community. Did it? Yes, but it's not in Tennessee. It was in Tenerife, which is a Spanish island. The most current detailed information, blah, blah, blah. All right, so I tried to help it out here. What happened to Jay Slater Tenerife? All right, it got better because I gave it some information to say, consider Tenerife, not Tennessee. Don't want you to talk about Tennessee now. I want you to talk about Tenerife. So it got it more accurate. So Jay Slater, a British man who went missing in Tenerife in July 2022. No! It's got some random date. Presumably, it's teamed AJ Slater, someone, maybe, with July 2022. Where's it got that from? No idea. Absolutely no idea. He didn't go missing in July 2022. He went missing this year. Later found deceased. His disappearance sparked extensive search efforts and concern amongst friends and family. Circumstances of his death were investigated, but specific details may vary depending on the source. So it basically doesn't know, so it gives you a generic answer. So then I changed my topic completely and decided to research myself. So my real name is Michelle Lowe, Lowe, and I have over 60 publications in psychology. I was a psychology lecturer researcher for over 20 years, well over 20 years. So I've got my PhD's online somewhere, maybe, possibly, you might be able to find it, I've no idea, but 60 odd publications. Some of them are behind paywalls, not my choice, but ChatGPT can find stuff about me. Tell me about Michelle Lowe Psychology UK in one paragraph. Michelle Lowe is a psychologist based in the UK, which I've already told you. Known for her expertise in various areas of psychology, including mental health and therapy. No. She focuses on providing support and guidance for individuals dealing with a range of emotional and psychological challenges. No, I've never been a therapist. I'm not a therapist. Through her practice, she employs evidence-based approaches to help clients navigate their difficulties. Never have. So, wrong. So I decided to help it out. Michelle Lowe Psychology Trauma. My last publication had trauma in the title, so I thought, all right, let's try to see whether it can find my last publication. Michelle Lowe specialises in trauma psychology, focusing on helping individuals who have experienced traumatic events. Well, I've wrote about traumatic events, but I'm not a practitioner. Her approach often incorporates evidence-based therapies to support clients in processing their experiences. No, I've never been a therapist. So it got me completely wrong. So if someone researched me, go and try it yourself. Chatgpt.com. It's completely free. You don't have to log in. Just ask it stuff. Ask it stuff about me and see what you get. And see, the more you ask it, the more it will give you. And you're going to go, yeah. That's it. Because ChatGPT has learned what you want. Who is Michelle Law's psychology? Michelle Law is a psychologist known for her work in trauma psychology and mental health. She focuses on helping individuals process and heal from traumatic experiences. No. Her practice emphasises creating a safe and supportive environment for clients to explore their challenges and develop coping strategies. No, never been a practitioner. Never been a therapist. So it's completely wrong about me, and I bet you any money it's completely wrong about Nicola Bulley's friends and associates and the possibility of bringing down the world governments. So hopefully you found this video interesting, and it is a respectful warning to anybody doing research on any topic. Please do not use AI because it's not very good. It's just not very good. Do proper research from proper sources. All right, so 2:15 my time, which is 9:15 Eastern, I will be live streaming Leilani Simon. It's Leilani Simon Murder Trial Day 2. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.